body bags where horror lies.
Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to week 41 here on Body Bags. I'm your host Moodz616, and thank you once again for dropping in, guys. Alright, yeah, so it's that time again. It's Sunday, and of course it's another theme week, and this week's theme was picked by Philip, also known as Horror Macabre Crazy, and he chose Giallo week, which is kind of a hit and miss theme week for some of the Body Bag members. Me personally, I love Giallos. I think Giallos it's just a fantastic subgenre. I think it's awesome. So the film that I chose is from 1971, and it's Aldo Latto's directorial debut, actually, and it goes by the title "A Short Night of Glass Dolls." Yeah, so this one here is starring Gene Sorel. He was, of course, from Lizard and Women's Skin, a Lucio Fulci film. It's also got Barbara Bach in it from Spy Love Me, the Bond film and stuff. Among other names, you'll recognize quite a few people in this one from, you know, other various Italian films and stuff. So, but yeah, getting into the plot of this one, it centers around your main character of Gregory Moore. That's what his character's name is. Anyways, in the beginning of the film, he is actually an American journalist working in Prague. So at the beginning of the film, his body is actually found in this courtyard. So somebody finds Gregory Moore's body, and they call up the ambulance. Anyways, they take him down to the morgue, where he is actually pronounced dead. You soon learn that right away that he is actually not dead, and he starts talking. You know, like, you can actually hear him talking. He's totally conscious, but he lies there lifeless and stuff. So basically, he lays there in the autopsy room, and the examiners are a little baffled because his temperature hasn't really dropped in that much and stuff. So they're kind of putting off doing the autopsy and stuff because it's some kind of weird phenomenon going on, or what they figure anyways. But meanwhile, he lies there unconscious, and so what Gregory was doing while he was in Prague was, he was living there with his girlfriend and, acting as a journalist and stuff. And he was actually investigating the disappearance of his girlfriend, and which leads him into investigating the disappearance of many girls. So basically, while he lies there unconscious in the autopsy room, he has to unravel this whole entire mystery by using his thoughts. It's basically a race against time, because eventually they are going to probably do an autopsy on him, and which might kill him, right? So his best bet is to figure out the murder mystery or the case of his missing girlfriend, and among and these other girls and stuff like that, while he lays there unconscious. So that's basically the plot of the film. Now my thoughts on this one. Just a really interesting idea. I love the fact of the whole story being told basically inside his mind. It's just recalling all the events of his actual investigation. His girlfriend going missing, and which leads him into this whole kind of mystery surrounding all these other girls going missing and stuff. And that's basically the film. It's like it's a pretty slow going film, but with a real cool premise. It's very, very interesting. The thing I like about this film is that it's got many kind of undertones of like political corruption and stuff. But the thing I like about that is that, the political stuff isn't force-fed to you. It's very much kind of, lightly sprinkled in there, which is very cool, because generally political stuff kind of fucking bores me to death, really. I'm not a political person, so I'm really happy at the way Aldo Latto actually wrote in the political stuff and the political corruption, and kind of the whole story unravels like a very typical Giallo throughout the whole film. And it's very intriguing. It's very cool characters. Everyone in this film actually does a really good job. Gene Sorel, who plays the main character, Gregory Moore, does a fantastic job in this film. I think he's very believable. The casting's awesome. Barbara Bach, who is his girlfriend in the film, isn't generally in the film a lot because she goes missing right in the beginning of the movie and whatnot and stuff. But very, kind of perfectly paced film. Like, it's slow, but it kind of keeps that whole steady pace right towards the end. And then the end, it kind of descends into this whole kind of like visual madness, and the very end of the film is quite trippy, actually, also. Accompanied by a very interesting kind of melodic score throughout the film. It's nothing over the top or anything. It's like kind of a perfect vibe, because you got to remember, this whole story is unraveling inside his mind while he lays there, unconscious, but he's conscious. His brain's still working and whatnot. So I really like the whole premise of this film. It's a different type film. It's not gory at all. There's like no on-screen kills whatsoever. It's not like your typical Giallo where there's that point of view killer going around slashing up people and doing whatever and stuff. It really doesn't have any of that in there. It's all story driven. It's all about his investigation and and finding out certain things about certain people, and basically everyone that he comes in contact with the film. Every time he kind of gets a lead in the film, that person does end up kind of getting killed and stuff by the killer and stuff. But yeah, it's a very interesting premise. I really enjoy this film. I remember the first time I watched this, it was just fucking blew me away. I love the the idea of lying there, looking like you're dead, but you're actually conscious. Your brain is still working. I think that would be so terrifying. Absolutely terrifying to have happen to you, where you don't know what the fuck is going on, but you can still think. Very terrifying. I know Stephen King actually used that idea in a story called Autopsy, actually, I believe. Very cool stuff, though. I highly, highly recommend this film. It's fantastic. I think that the end of the film could have been done maybe a tad bit better. I do kind of like the visuals of what's going on. It's very bizarre, and it kind of wraps up everything with the whole, the political undertones of the film and whatnot. And it does kind of, it wraps it up quite nicely and stuff, but, some people might be a little disappointed with it. I personally am kind of in the middle. I don't think it's the strongest ending. I don't think it's the weakest either, but, very different type Giallo film. It's not your typical one, but I highly, highly recommend this. Of course, Aldo Lato is known mostly for directing The Night Train Murders, and I Saw Her Die, actually, was another film that he did. Actually, I Saw Her Die was the film that he did directly after this one, I believe. But yeah, Short Night at Glass Dolls. Definitely give this one a shot if you like Giallos. This definitely isn't for everybody, like I said. If you don't like your slow kind of snail pace, it's not snail pace, but it's very kind of, melodic moving, if that makes any sense. But very stylistic, though. I really think Aldo Lato did a great job with the style of this film. The cinematography's fantastic in it all. So really good camera work in this. For a film that has a very basic idea, he put a lot of style into it and stuff. And also, yeah, I didn't mention the locations in this film are fantastic. I think they filmed a little bit in Italy, mostly in Prague, which is in, Czech Republic and stuff. And I believe that they might have filmed some stuff in Germany too, but just really cool locations used. Awesome, awesome film. Yeah, so if I had to rate this one, I am probably going to give it I'm going to say about an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I think 8 out of 10 is fair. One of my favorite Giallos, actually. Different, but I've always really enjoyed this one. So check out Short Night at Glass Dolls if you like Aldo Lato's work. It's very, very different than his other stuff. So, but yeah, just a great directorial debut in my opinion. So, yeah. So that's going to do it for week 41. I hope I didn't confuse anybody with the synopsis there. It was kind of all over the place. But anyways, check out that film. It's fantastic. And I will catch you guys next week with another theme week. And I believe once again, I'm not going to give it away. I just remembered what it is, but I'm not going to give it away. Anyways, guys, catch you back next week for week 42. Peace out, homies.